Yo, yo, yo. I think this is how somebody over 1,000 views comes in. I keep it mellow. I'm keeping it mellow. Keeping it mellow. How y'all doing? Kid Gravity. I'm keeping it mellow. No, I'm not. I'm going in today, folks. Just give me 1 second. I just gotta do something. Yes, sir. How y'all doing out there in the land of the United States of recession? Yes, folks, we are in a technical recession. Things are going to get a little tight. Things are going to go up. But it's going to be a fun ride because, of course, us the new black media going to make sure you stay right. So before I start the show, I must thank everybody that came and subscribed and took a chance on me and my bloviating and my sort of center-right politics. And the fact that I voted for Trump. I know that pissed y'all off. When y'all found out I voted for Trump, y'all were like this. We're going to start the videos off early today, folks. We're going to start the videos off early. So let's see who's in the building. 007 Spidey 2. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the congrats. Thank you. Thank you. Long road, long road. Who else we got in the building? 25 Kid. Congrats, Kid Gravity. Been a subscriber for a good month now. B1, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got the friends. Bailey, you got to come back on the show. Teach us about some coding. I will hype you up. But thank you. Thank you. We have done shows together on the podcast. Hopefully one of the mods are in there. They can put the links to the podcast. Okay. Who else we got up in the room? We got Film Animation Art. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a long road. Black Alpha Network, the homie. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Iron Will in the building. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, it's been a long, hard road. A lot of new black media whoring I had to do to get to this point. Okay, I tell a lie. I did some of that, but we all know how I got hot. I got hot because I went in on the Jamaicans. My people had to get that work because they were out of line. One of their representatives were they were out of line. Bailey, you've been putting in the work. It paid off. Yes, ma'am. It's a long, hard road. I had to upgrade cameras, upgrade mics. I had to, like I said, I had to whore myself, get on people's shows, lurk, see if their links will come on, and then jump on real quick and hopefully say something that people listen to and they take a chance. So, yes, first person I got to thank is Black Alpha Network. Black Alpha Network took a chance on a brother. He did. When we were doing the debates on Twitter, he could have ended it after one, but he saw something. He said, we got something working. Let's do it. Even though it's kind of on a hiatus right now, we created something. And I got people to come view the channel. So I got to thank the brother for that. Number two, got to thank the OG Beatzilla whenever he shows up. Yeah, the OG, he and I were, we got to chopping the fables. We did that nice live stream where we were talking about the Crime Bill 2.0, which we will be talking about today. But the OG taught me a lot, even though it wasn't explained. He taught me a lot. He made me up my video game in the clips. He made me update it, but that's good. PGH Big Dog is in the building. Congrats, fam. Thank you so much. Been a long, hard road, but thank you. But yes, folks. Yes, folks. It feels surreal, folks. And if y'all look down in the corner right, that's right. The super chat button is there. Now, I'm not saying y'all got to drop some money. You don't have to. But if you do, put it on the Cash App. $ Kid Gravity Beyond. I'd rather not give YouTube 30%. But if that's how you want to pay a brother, pay a brother. Go ahead. I'll take $1 just to say you did it. Thank you so much. But let's get into the show, folks. Like I said today, it's a celebration. But it's also, I got to do the regular show because we got a lot to talk about. The tethers are acting up. Biden has finally done it. The bootlicks will not come outside. They have been summoned. And folks, I have done myself a brand new nickname. I am officially now the B1 Night Rider. I'm coming for all the bootlicks. All of y'all are coming. You will not hide from me. That's right. Discerning Truth. Good evening. How are you? You will not hide from the B1 Night Rider. One man can make a difference. I made a difference because I told people about the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans can be on code when they want, but a lot of them buck dance. A lot of them do this. That's right. A lot of them do the coon dancing. We don't like this. This is not what Jamaica is about. Out of many, we are one does not work when politics are involved. But yes, folks, let's get into it. The big story of the day. Da, 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 da. Right there. Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. GDP sinks 0.9% in second quarter, signaling a recession. Yes, sir. Biden did it. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. 25 Kid. The B1 Night Rider bringing it down. The hammer like Thor and checking the paperwork. Oh, we're going to be doing more than checking paperwork. They will be summoned. They have 3 months to come outside and explain their man. And they're Chuck Tailing bet wench. Chuck Taylor wearing bed wench. We have 007 Spidey 2 with another comment. He said, DL Hughley is another one you need to come for, Mr. Gravity. DL Hughley, I'm watching very carefully. I want to see if he's going to jump into this political arena on a grand scale. Like I said, I've been watching him for a while. I might have to pull a Torian real fast. I might have to. There might have to be a full 30-minute dissection of this man, but I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see. Kara Clark, welcome, welcome. B1. But yes, let's get into the story, folks. U.S. GDP shrinks 0.9% in second quarter, signaling a recession. Now, for everybody who's taking an economics knows, GDP means gross domestic product. Means basically what we bring, what we export against what we import. If the industries are working, manufacturing and such the like, we are able to sell our products to other people. This light is bright as hell. Much better. We get to export our products and get a nice profit. And we're also importing less than we need to. When the GDP sucks, we're not creating enough and we're buying too much. Yeah. Not cool. So it says the U.S. gross domestic product posted the second straight quarterly drop, an alarming development that economists widely view as the definition of an economic recession. Even though Biden's people, including Pierre the Stud, said we are not, 2 bad quarters does not signal a recession. You're an idiot, man. You are an idiot. But that's okay. We need to know who our idiots are in black society. So we don't listen to you. The Economy shrank by 0.9% in the second quarter, surprising economists who had forecasted to grow by 0.3, according to Commerce Department data. Really? So, yeah. Remember how Biden always comes out every other day on Twitter and says, hey, I am in charge of the greatest economic recovery in history. Really, sir? Really? Tell that lie to them white liberals over there that have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their savings account. That won't affect, it'll affect the working class, which we all know you're full of it, sir. But that's okay. We need the idiots to come outside so we know who not to listen to. The downtick came on the heels of a first quarter report in which the U.S. economy posted a surprise decline of 1.6%. So, if the U.S. economy in the first quarter made $1 billion net, that means they really lost, conservatively, no, not $2 billion. That'd be 50%. They lost a few $100 million. Yeah, we could use that money, but again, this is Biden's America. While inflation surges to a 40-year high in pounds shoppers, the stock market is suffering a protracted tumble, and the once booming U.S. housing market is poised for price declines as demand from cash-strapped buyers dries up. So for everybody that wants a house, I think my father was right. We should have waited. And we are waiting. Because I am seeing, houses being sold, which is a good thing, but we all know probably by the winter time, they're going to be offloading a lot of houses. A lot of people are going to be leaving. A lot of people are going to be selling. A lot of people are going to be downgrading. So if you have the money saved up, or I think you should start now, probably by January, February, late February, I'm thinking, you could probably get a nice house somewhere for about 40% less than what they're selling it as. Because a lot of these realty companies are selling high right now because they envision the bubble bursting, so they want to get as much profit as they can. Plus, they know there's going to be a lot of foreclosures very soon, especially if we hit a recession. Corporate earnings have also begun to suffer, with Walmart and Meta among the companies posting weak results. But I bet you Amazon's kicking their ass right now. And Meta, I guess people aren't buying advertising space like they used to. The GDP report, seen as the broadest indicator of the U.S. economy's performance, was released one day after the Federal Reserve hiked its benchmark interest rate by 0.75 of a percentage point for the second straight month to cool inflation, which hit 9.1% in June. And as you can see, here's your chart. Now, of course, they love putting in this part because this was Trump. This was when the scamdemic hit. But they never want to put this out. So he basically washed this and went back to somewhat normal. Then this was his economy. And this is Biden's economy. So when the bootlicks try to tell you that Biden was kicking butt in 2021, you remind them the outgoing president sets the budget for the year that the new president comes in. So that's Trump's. Let's see who's in the building. Some new people showed up. DSB is in the building. Salute. Very good. Thank you. Afro Elite, thank you so much for joining the show. Afro Elite, thank you. You are another one that inspired me to keep going. I saw your growth, and I saw you putting in that work. And I said, I am not copying him because he's from Chicago and they have weird pizza. But thank you so much for pushing me to better myself and better the channel. because without that, I would not hit over 1,000. I might not have done the Jamaican video with the zeal that I did. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's continue. The Fed's sharp here. We start again. The Fed's sharp rate hikes have stoked concerns about its ability to engineer soft landing by taming inflation without causing an economic downturn. The GDP drop followed assurances by top economic policymakers that the underlying economy is strong. Fed Chair Jerome Powell indicated on Wednesday that he does not see the U.S. economy in a recession at present. Of course, they're going to use the black guy to tell you that, but that's all right. He doesn't know what he's talking about, but okay. Quote, I do not think the U.S. is currently in a recession, and the reason is there's just too many areas of the economy that are performing too well, Powell said at a press conference. Sir, let me explain something to you bootlicks. Afro Elite, he said, I am happy to see you grow despite you hating on my pizza. Did you see my video? Did you see my video that I posted on Saturday for you? I tagged you in it, but I know you saw it and you did not want to react to it because you did not want to see me win, but that's all right. May you get to 5,000 before the end of the year. But to what this bootlick just said, he does not think the U.S. is currently in a recession because there's too many areas of the economy that are performing too well. Sir, just because people are spending money does not mean that the economy is doing well. When an economy is doing well, that means people have money to have luxuries. That's right, sir. That is right. See, when people have money in economy, when economy is doing well, they're buying things that they necessarily don't need. Like homes, property, land, upgrade the car. Just because, I'm not saying upgrade the car because the car might be on its last legs. You are upgrading the car because you have the money to. You may want to take the equity out of your home, upgrade your house, put in that deck that your wife's been asking for years. You know, you're not worried about the kids' college tuition that one time. Just because people are spending money does not mean that the economy is doing well. Most of the spending that these people are seeing are in sectors that are necessities, not luxuries. People have to spend money at the grocery store. People have to spend money on their auto mechanics or, you know, depending on where it is. If it's a private company or you're going to the dealership, you got to spend money on public transportation. You got to spend money in areas to keep the economy going. When the economy is doing well, you don't have to put as much money into it. But, of course, they know that most people are idiots when it comes to economy because it has to deal with math, and most people are not very good in math. So they try to snow you and tell you, oh, it's not bad because, hey, I still see people going to restaurants. I still see people going to the movies. I still see people taking trips. I see people going on airplanes. That's not an indicator of a good economy, sir. But of course, again, you're a black man who was told to go say that because you have to cover for Biden. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen also rejected that notion that a recession is already underway. Quote, you don't see any of the signs now, Yellen said. A recession is a broad-based contraction that affects many sectors of the economy. We just don't have that. Again, so now you're just going to echo the lie. Say less. Yellen added she would be amazed if the National Bureau of Economic Research declares a recession in the near future. Quote, I would be amazed if the NBER would declare this period to be a recession, even if it happens to have 2 quarters of negative growth, she said. We got a very strong labor market. When you're creating almost 400,000 jobs a month, that is not a recession. Okay, folks, again, here's where they're going to catch you with the trick bag. This is where they're going to catch with the trick bag. You see how she worded that. We've got a very strong labor market. When you're creating almost 400,000 jobs a month, that is not a recession. Folks, all they're doing is giving money to corporations and small businesses to open jobs. That's all they're doing. They're not telling you, hey, these jobs are being filled. Because guess what? There's hiring signs everywhere. Everywhere. From Popeyes to your biggest corporations, everybody needs workers. But the problem is Biden and them are still giving out money to people. Now you have a whole bunch of states now giving out relief money. So you've just incentivized more people to stay home. New York City, you have a whole bunch of remote workers. Yet you have buildings that can't even fill up like they were post-scamdemic. How is that a sign of the economy is doing better? You won't lift the mandates in that city, so private sectors cannot get their workers back in the office. So you have people on either remote work or they're taking money out of the city in the form of welfare. But you're skyrocketing the rent. $5,000 average in Manhattan right now. Brooklyn is about to climb to $3,500. But you won't lift the mandates so people can get back to work. Gotcha. I was just in New York last week. You could not imagine how many hiring signs I saw in Manhattan alone. From Duane Reade and Walgreens all the way up to the Empire State Building, folks. The Empire State Building is hiring. So you're not about to tell me that the economy is not in a recession. You're creating jobs that nobody's taking. The National Bureau of Economic Research is viewed as an authority on recessions and defines them as a significant decline in economic activity that is spread across the economy and lasts more than a few months. While 2 straight quarters of GDP decline are informally seen as indicative of recession, NBER does not assign a specific time frame to its definition. Okay, folks. So they said 2 straight quarters. So that's 6 months. What else do you need? That is a weird-looking dude. I don't know why he's smiling. His gas must be expensive, or he might have got a discount. Let me see. Jesus. He's paying almost $40, only got 7 gallons of gas in there, and he's smiling. I don't know why he's smiling. I would be sick. But see, that's propaganda again, folks. He's smiling at paying $5 gas to make you think that this is normal. Enough of this. Y'all got to watch out for the trick bag language. Afro Lee say he has a reaction coming. Lord have mercy. After what you did with Homeboy, I'm afraid. Kira Clark. There's no power in spending. Couldn't have said it better. Yeah, there's no point. Just because I have the money doesn't mean it's going to work for me. Let's see. We have, I like this. I'm going to pin this one. Let's see. People have to spend money on their kids who might or might not bring a return to invest. You stop it. You'll stop it. Our kids are precious. They're precious. They're precious. Kids are the future. They're precious. Got to make sure we teach them right. Dark skinned brother who I pinned this message. The world is literally going to have to be on fire for some fools to realize that this place is in a recession. You know what? We will find out. You know when we'll find out, folks? We will find out near Thanksgiving how much of a recession we're in. Because if people can't have their elaborate Thanksgivings, like, because remember last year there wasn't really a lot of elaborate Thanksgivings because, you know, we were still in the midst of the Unicron. So people were like, you know, I'd rather not. But this year, you know, especially down here, I think people are going to get back to normal with their big Thanksgivings. So, yeah, we'll see. If you have to get just the turkey breast this time instead of the whole turkey and buy the legs on this and the wings on the side, we'll know. Film Animation Mart said, exactly, just smile and don't ask questions. Exactly, and that's what they're hoping for, especially going into November. They don't want people asking questions. But unfortunately, folks, they have us, the new black media. And with the new black media, we have a saying. Well, I'm going to start this saying, but we view Joe Biden like this.
Insult to my existence.
That's right. Biden is an insult to our existence because he is actively making sure that we cannot work for the people. And like Beatzilla had forecasted, $30 million is being used to stifle us. Shout out to Uncle Luke. Shout out to Stephen Hunter Johnson. Shout out to Roland Martin. Shout out to the Black News Channel who is trying to make a resurgence because Byron Allen is not doing this out of the kindness of his heart or as an early Christmas gift to our friend Roland. He is doing this because he knows he has to counter what we're saying for the next 3 months because God forbid the GOP gets back into power on both sides of the aisle and in the Senate. That means they're not going to get any more tangibles because the Democrats are going to be mad at them and they're not going to invite them to the cookout where they were serving. 007 Spidey said it's going to be a depression, everyone. Kid Gravity, I hate to say it. Unfortunately, I would have to disagree. It cannot be a depression. And I'm going to tell you why. America has way too much money, despite what they like to tell you. Unfortunately, with what's going on with China, Taiwan, and us, the quickest way out of a recession is a war. Ukraine was not as fruitful as they thought because, of course, this administration that's currently in did not, and I repeat, did not forecast that Russia can control the world's food supply. And Bill Gates' fake food supply is not online yet. So there's no buffer. So we still need Russia, unfortunately. There we go. I don't know why I did that. Don't know why I did that. Can y'all still hear me? Let us see. I think I should be fine. Yes, I'm still fine. Okay. That was weird. Yes, Xfinity has been on one today. But anyway, like I was saying, Biden and them did not play that. They did not play this war right. They did not play this war right. Lady Techniques, good evening. Good evening. Biden did not realize that there's a lot of coal over there. There's a lot of materials for the iPhone over there. So, yeah, he did not play that right. So now he's reaping the benefits of his own idiocracy. But, of course, you know us here in the New Black Media. We do not, I repeat, we do not get upset. We do not falter. And we do not get pressed. Because when they try to disrupt the message and try to tell us we're wrong, we have an appropriate response, do we not?
You might be able to do something for you.
That's what we do to Biden and his friends all day, every day. We give them some act right. But let's continue, folks. So now that you know we're in a recession, what can we do about it? Well, considering that this is a 1,000 subscribers special, we're going to help. I'm going to help you. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, please, y'all got supermarkets all over the country, especially the big ones. Please invest in buying gallons of water. Now, the best thing you can do is if your supermarket has a app or you have Instacart, that's your best bet. Buy in bulk. We're starting to do that because you never know what's going to happen. So invest in some water. Number two, if y'all do have Instacart or you have access to a Costco or BJ's, please go get the 35-pound soybean oil or shortening that restaurants use for their deep fryers. Get that. That will save your life. It will spoil for about 3 years. 3 years. See, Kira, those in the big things, they can last for about a year. They don't like to tell y'all that because they don't want y'all to buy it up. Those last about a year if you keep them cool. See, especially the shortening won't go bad because remember, how I say it? When you buy it, once it gets into a cool environment, it starts to harden. Well, harden's not like the right word, but it becomes like paste. Yes, you can use frying and baking. Yes. Number 3, get kerosene. Or get a kerosene burner, or what I'm going to buy tomorrow is those little portable tabletop butane burners. Because in case, a lot of our stoves nowadays, they're electric. They use they have electric ignitions. So without that, the stove don't work. And the oven as well. So, yeah, make sure. Hey, I'm not saying use it, Kira. I'm not saying use it. I'm just saying to have it on hand. Me personally, I'd rather get the soybean oil, but, someplace. I know down south, y'all like y'all short and y'all like y'all Crisco. I get it. Y'all say make the fried chicken better. I'm good. I like my grapeseed oil and my non-neutral oils. But make sure you get that butane burners, little tabletop ones. Get 2 if you can afford it. Get 2. That way you can do 2 things at once. Let's see. What was that? 3, 4. All right, we'll just call it 3. 4. Rice. Rice and dry beans. Make sure you have that. You can get the canned ones, but I know the canned ones, especially where I am, they're starting to get low. So we're going to go to the dried now. Dry will last longer. This part I can't really talk about. It's more about the WEAPONS, and I know how YouTube is, so I might do that on Twitter. Maybe I'll have a space about that. You know what? I'll have a space about that. Maybe Sunday. No, not Sunday, because y'all gonna get mad at me because that's Jason Black. Monday evening, I will have a space about that. I'll elaborate on this some more. What else do you need? What else do you need? If y'all got houses, you know, make sure you get gasoline. Motor oil. Motor oil. Always, folks, even if you don't know how to do an oil change, always have 5 quarts of motor oil in your trunk. Just in case. You never know. You never know. I think right now that should be it. The rest of the stuff I'll talk about on Twitter. But let's continue. Who wants to laugh real fast? Let's laugh real fast, folks. They're scared. Let me see. Hang on. Film, animation, art. Going over the Doomsday prep list. Oh, yeah. Well, listen, the preppers right now are looking like gods because they knew about this 4 years ago, and they were prepping ever since. When they were buying those tubs of dried foods that last 25 years, people said they were crazy. Now you try to get one of those. Even the one that only has for 6 is like $200. The big gallon, the big tub is like $1,000. And back when it wasn't even feasible to have it, that big tub was about $200. Let's see. 007 Spidey 2. Did the last Recession 2007 and 2008-9 touch you at all? 2007. Well, it was really 2008. No, because I was still at home, and I just started culinary school. So gas was like $3.89, and I was working at Quiznos, so I just had enough to pay for insurance and gas. It really didn't hit me because I was still able to go do things. So it didn't hit me as hard as most people. It hit my parents hard. It did. Like, we didn't lose the house or anything, but I knew bills were kind of tight. And, you know, my mom wasn't working either because my sister was just born, the last one, and she was doing stay-home mom Jones. So, yeah, it kind of stretched my father a little bit. A lot of people on our block lost their homes, though. There's a lot of foreclosure in our neighborhood. But luckily, my dad had a very good job, so he was still able to keep the roof on our heads, keep all the bills paid, even though, you know, sometimes it was a little bit of stretch. But it was still able to send my sister to college and... No, she was still in high school, sorry. She was still in high school, and my other sister was in private school, so he was still able to pay for that, so... Nah, we made out good. That baby ain't helped, though, but, you know, he did what he did. You know, but yeah, it didn't hit us. It didn't hit me that bad. Just every time I had to fill up, it was like $45, and I was kind of pissed off. But you know, such is life. But let's continue. Who wants to laugh? Guess who came outside? They had to come outside for a photo op, folks. They just had to. Bam! Look at the Congressional Black Couscous. Look at them. Look at all of them. They had all of them come outside today, boy. All of them came outside. Look at this. I don't know why it didn't really stretch that good, but okay. I think that's Clyburn in the front with the glasses on. There's old Mad Maxine. I don't know why this fool had his face panty on. Look at Val Demings up there. Where's old where's that? They go Sheila Jackson. Well, whatever. Where's old Ayana? Where's Ayana at? I'm looking for the bald head. Did she miss this picture? I think she did. I think she missed this picture. Unless she put on a divestment wig. I don't see her. Yeah, she ain't in there, but whatever. Look at them. All happy. About to go to the plantation jubilee. Screw 'em. They go somewhere with their life. Give it to me one time, Frieza.
Broly, look! Niggas be wildin'!
That's right. Niggas be wildin'. The congressional black cuckasses. That's what I call them. Vote them out. Please, just vote them out. So says the B1 Knight Rider. Vote them out. But let's continue, folks. Let's continue. Sesame Place. We got to talk about it. They're getting sued for $25 million. I don't see the point, but okay. I mean, SeaWorld's sitting on millions. Sure, they can't hire some workers. But Sesame Place being sued for being anti-black. Folk, you would think that in this racial climate, you would be mindful of the things you say online. Right? You would think so. No. What I told y'all a year ago. Yes. 007 Spidey 2. Yes. They do abuse their animals. But, yeah, folks. You would think in this racial climate that we're in, because remember they said it was all Trump's people that were the racists and everybody was running around acting like they weren't being racist, and you just hear things and you say sorry. And once you say sorry, that's supposed to be the end of it. And we're supposed to forgive. And like I said, everybody said it was Trump's people, but of course they just bypassed all the racial incidents we had with Biden in office. Well, guess who decided to say something and I'll let y'all judge if it's racist or not. Because to me, it's not so much that it's racist, it's so much that I wish there was a black couple there to stomp them out. On the screen, folk, is a video. Let me see if I can get the correct proportions. Nah, that's too small. Damn it. Oh, Jesus. I guess I'll use this one. Yeah, that'll work. Folks, on your screen is a video that I saw from Amazing Lucas today. Shout out to Amazing Lucas. Hope to have him back on the show one day. He did some commentary on Geeks and Gamers. And for those who don't know what Geeks and Gamers are, they're essentially a YouTube channel that talks about anything and everything pop culture. From sports to video games to movies. So apparently two of their people, because they have these, I think, weekly videos, mashup sessions, Aboriginal woman, Shalawam family. Welcome, welcome. They have a video session, a mashup, as you will, with a whole bunch of people on there. So apparently two of their people showed up at Universal Studios. I think it's the one in Florida. They decided to have a little fun, try to imitate what Sesame Place did. I want y'all to look at what they said, and then let's talk about it. Here we go. Fair use, by the way.
Here, they have a memorial to George Floyd.
Oh my gosh! George Floyd Memorial. Hi. Wait,
Look at that. They got a Derek Chauvin George Floyd memorial.
Dude, that's insane. Jebediah Springfield.
Beta.
Yeah, folk. Those two scumbags said that. I hope y'all heard it. If y'all didn't hear it, they were at Universal Studios in the Simpsons section. There is a monument of Jebediah Springfield. If you've seen The Simpsons, that classic that was in the town square, he killed a bear with his bare hands, allegedly, and he stood on top of its head. They decided to equate that to George Floyd. So I have DSB saying that was racist as hell, and Aboriginal woman saying so disrespectful. Yes, sir. Because we know damn well they would never say, hey, there's Tony Tempa, because they know what would happen. Kara Clark, yes. Make sure y'all take that list of everybody in the Congressional Black Caucus that is up in November and make sure their names are out there and support the opponent. Film, animation, art. Yep, pretty typical to hear this in the nerd game anime community. Oh, yes. Oh, man, those message boards are toxic as hell. But, folks, yes, they decided to have fun at black people's expense. Uh, 007 Spidey, I have to go, but I enjoyed this live. To hell with couple. Yes, sir. Enjoy the rest of your evening. But, yes, folks. For y'all to say that in this racial climate, yeah, you need your ass whooped. Bet you wouldn't go to, let's see, West Orlando and say that. I would put money on your books if you did that. I would put money on your Cash App if you went to West Orlando and said, put up that picture on a big old plasterboard and said, this is a George Floyd tribute memorial. I would love to see how you explain that to them. Go to Longwood and tell them that. Y'all in Florida, go to Tallahassee and say that. Go to Rosewood. But yeah, this is Biden's America. This is their America.
Insult to my existence.
That's right. That's what we got to fight off. Biden loves this. He loves this because this is exactly what he's wanting. Remember, he said that he missed the segregationists, the real ones, like Eastland and Strom. He misses them because he gets to enact his racism on everybody, and they cannot get upset at him. Unfortunately. And if you do, you don't know nothing about nothing. But let's continue, folks, because I don't want to get upset looking at racists. Make fun of George Floyd. Because you're going to want to kind of go see him. Let's continue. Oh, Kamami. Such fodder. And this will be a good segue to talking about her old state. Kamami. She has to get on the bandwagon of talking about pronouns. Gotta still appeal to the TS community, because the TS community still somewhat has power. Well, Kamami was hosting a forum somewhere, and she decided to tell everybody in the room who she is.
Good afternoon. I want to welcome these leaders for coming in to have this very important discussion about some of the most pressing issues of our time. I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit. And
Well. So we have now a sitting SCOTUS member who couldn't define what a woman is, but we now have the vice president of the country declaring that she's a woman. And her pronouns are she and her. And she's wearing she identifies as a blue suit. I am Kama Sutra Harris. Oh, yes. I would love to have heard her say, I am Heels Up Harris, and I approve this message. I would have loved to see it. They need to have her next time when she's doing a video message. Somebody put it on teleprompter. I am Heels Up Harris. They would get fired, but it would be great. DSB, she was like, I am a woman, like we don't know what she is, what a joke she is. Well, she is a woman. Now, here's the question, folks. Is she a woman or is she a birthing person? Even though she doesn't have kids. Is she a birthing person? I know she went through menopause by now. She's almost 60. But is she considered a birthing person? I need to ask her that one day when she's out of office and she's begging for a speaking engagement. I may ask her that question. Do you consider yourself a woman or a birthing person? And will your two stepdaughters, agree with your assessment? We need to know. She froze her eggs. I doubt she can have a baby. Well, she's old. She's almost 60. I think she's 58. Yeah, I think she's 58. She froze her eggs. I'm sure she did. Funny thing, she should have been smart back in 2000 and taken Montel's seed. That's what she should have done. She'd have been paid forever. But she didn't do that. She's an idiot. And he was still hot. She's an idiot. God forbid if that thing rebooted. Well, she can't anymore. I mean, old Dougie didn't do it, so I doubt it. And Willie didn't do it. See, we all got to give Willie Brown credit. He never shot up the club. He just pissed on the facade. Moving on, because I don't want to get flagged. Moving on. I said this was going to be a great segue into Kamala's state somewhat. Now, black people in the room, we've had problems with redlining and people putting highways through our neighborhoods and white folks showing up in our showing up in our neighborhoods and gentrifying the hell out of it. The hell out of it. Well, you know how they always say, quote unquote, black and brown? Until it's not black and brown. Yes, Kira Clark in our boroughs. Yes, Brooklyn is saturated. They're going for the Bronx next. Queens is almost done. Jamaica Queen. Imagine a bunch of white people on 165th Street and Jamaica Avenue buying beef patties from Jamaican Flavors and going to the Coliseum. Well, I say that to say this, folks. We've seen Californians going to other states like Texas, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. I've even seen them go to South Carolina, even DC. They've gone that far to escape what's going on in California. Well, they went to a new place, folks. La Raza. I need y'all to explain this. Mexico City residents angered by influx of Americans speaking English gentrifying area, report says. When the shoe drops, it lands on your head. We laugh because when y'all did it to us, oh, you had the white backing. They loved it. They're trying to gentrify PG County. Black folks, I told you this a couple weeks ago. Y'all better watch that out. They're trying to gentrify PG County. I will say that one more time. PG County, Prince George's County in Maryland, they're trying to bring La Raza into it and take down black people. I need PG County to get on code and make sure that doesn't happen. But continuing, when La Raza showed up and took over Jackson Heights in Queens, which was predominantly a black area, nobody said a word. Everybody allowed it. Everybody was cool with it. Great food over there. Queen Center is over there. Not a problem. When La Raza showed up in Red Hook, again, another predominantly black area, that was poor. La Raza showed up. Nobody said a word. Everybody was cool with it. Then it got gentrified. That's all right. Now they reversed it, and now they're coming to say, hey, we got these remote jobs in Mexico City. Hey, it's a lot cheaper rent. We can get some good Mexican food, maybe better than LA. Hey, we can say we can, instead of paying $4,000 a month for rent, we only pay $400, and we're in the middle of a bustling city. We can walk everywhere. And guess who gets pissed? The residents. Let's read. An influx of Californians and other Americans have made its way to Mexico City, angering some locals who say they are gentrifying the area, according to a report. Now, Andrew Mark Miller wrote this. You'd think they might have asked a Spanish person to write this, but okay. Might be a little too much. The Los Angeles Times report on Wednesday outlined how some Mexican locals are, quote, fed up with the growing number of Americans, many from California, moving to and visiting the country, which has contributed to a rise in rent and a shift from Spanish to English in some places. Hey, La Raza, when y'all were doing this to us and we said something, guess what happened? Y'all yelled at us. Y'all sicked white daddy on us. Now, here's the question. Who are you going to sick on these Californians and other Americans down there? Who are you going to sick on them? Who? Aboriginal woman, a black woman, has said it best. Mexico City, now you know how we feel. Hashtag hold your own nuts. Who are you going to get to advocate for you? Let's continue because I'm still smiling. Quote, new to the city, working remotely, flyers popping up around Mexico City reportedly said, quote, you're an effing plague and the locals effing hate you. Salida, which means leave in Spanish. I'm still smiling because this is funny as hell. Now you understand why, number one, there's no black and brown coalition, because if you think FBAs and B1 are going to run down there and chase out white folk, you're crazy. That's number one, because we see how you do the Afro-Mexicans down there, but we're not going to go there today. Not today. Not today. We'll go to Acapulco and Cancun or take the well, if you got the Belle Biv DeVoe, you could jump on a cruise ship and go down there and, you know, do what it do. But if you think we're going to get off a plane in Mexico City and look like Denzel Washington and Man on Fire, you got another thing coming. Like Aboriginal woman said, hold your own nuts. But let's continue. The article outlines how Americans have brought a scent of, quote, new wave imperialism as taquerias and corner stores have slowly transformed into coffee shops and Pilates studios. Hey, Mexico City is about to become Harlem South. DSB, I got a big smile on my face too. I am looking like this right about now. What? No, you ain't done enough. I am laughing inside, but I'm trying to be professional on the outside, so I'm still smiling. Let's continue. I need to read more. English is also reportedly becoming more prevalent as more Americans are moving to and visiting Mexico City to take advantage of lower rent and the ability to stay in Mexico for 6 months without a visa. Hey, I have a question, and I think everybody that's still in the room has the same question I asked. So we have a problem with La Raza showing up in our sector of the world without a visa. And all we ask is, listen, can you help us by keeping them out? Just so we can get what we need, and then you can bring them back in, so that way we can be economically and politically ready for when they try the bullshit. But we can't get that. But Mexico is so nice. You can go down there for 6 months without a visa and they don't bother you. Trust and believe. Whoever wrote this article is on code because they know how Mexico operates. You can go down there for 6 months without a visa. You can basically take the town over in 6 months if you wanted to, and they couldn't throw you out, which is what they're doing. Pretty sure within, I say by Christmas, there will be a Whole Foods in Mexico City, at least 4. The taquerias are becoming coffee shops. Cafe con leche in Starbucks. And trust and believe, if the weather cooperates and no earthquakes hit down there, them white folks will stay. Because I will prove it to you right now. LA to Mexico City plane tickets. Who wants to play the game? How much do you think? Don't look it up. I'm going to look it up for y'all. asked me, let's figure out how much the tickets would cost. How much do you think them tickets cost? Gentrification. Film, animation, art. Gentrification. Who wants to play the game? How much do you think a ticket from LAX to Mexico City costs? How much do you think? Aboriginal woman said $35. Shit. One would be so lucky. It's not that low. Maybe when the prices were that low a year ago, when everybody was there, 100 pesos. Kara Clark, you ain't shit. I love you though. You ain't shit. 100 pesos. DSB said, I'll say 50. Well, folks, I am on Expedia right now, and a one-way ticket on Viva Airlines to Mexico City from LAX, $83. The only name brand airline on there is Delta, and they charging $235. I tell a lie, folks. Yes, they're all one way. Well, the Delta one is a round trip. But yes, $83 one way on Viva Airlines. Esmont, hello. Lee Hill, hello. No, Lee Hill, there are some tickets for $99. Well, it's 90. Wait, I did see 99, right? 97 and 101. Hey. Yes. Delta has a one-way for $97. Yes, Lee, you were close. But yes, the cheapest ticket is $83. I'm still smiling, by the way, because this story, this just tickles my fancy. This dude you see on the screen pushing that cart, pretty soon, that cart will not be filled with Mexican fare. It will be filled with dun, 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 energy bars. That's an awesome price to relocate for 6 months. Yes, for 6 months. For 6 months. Especially now that there's a lot more English around there. So it's okay. It's kind of like what happened with Tokyo back in the late 90s when a lot of the servicemen and women stayed in Japan because they didn't want to come back to the States because Japan is like the ultimate place to get stationed. So what they did was what the the Japanese government did. They started changing all the signs and to English in the subways and places, and started telling people, "Hey, you got to have English and Japanese menus at restaurants and places." Only the older parts still had just straight Japanese. RG Titan, good evening. Starbucks. I wouldn't be, you know what? I guarantee you there's a Starbucks in Mexico City. I will tell y'all right now. Starbucks is worldwide. We know this. Let's see. Yes. You can even get it delivered on Uber Eats in Mexico. There's one at the airport. Oh, the government? Oh, we're going to... I warned y'all, In and Out. Kara Clark, listen, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? I don't think they would do it there. In and Out, I've heard, is expensive. I don't think they would do it in Mexico. That's not conducive to that economy over there. I had an ex who stayed in the Yucatan, and she told me they had KFC, White Castle, Popeyes, McDonald's. They had everything we had up here. I have a friend working in tech in Texas, and she's been telling me about her white coworkers talk about moving and retiring someday in Mexico. Well, they're gonna have an immigration problem on their hands very soon. So I want to see how they're gonna run that. I have an idea what they're gonna do, but I'm not gonna say it here because I know I'll get dinged. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, that's black owned. They are not gonna go down there. If I had to pick somewhere that would go down there, I would say Zaxby's. I could see Zaxby's going down there. I could see it. Let's continue. I could even see Publix going there. That's, you know what? Publix would make a killing down there. They would. But let's continue. Wait, let me just adjust the screen again. So I don't really like this layout because it doesn't really. Albertsons, nah, they're not. That's a little too. That's a little too north. Nah, the hell with it. I'll just read it. Trump said Mexico is going to pay for a wall. Maybe he was right after all. Of course he was right. Of course he was right. He knew. Listen, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let me finish this article. I might have skipped somewhere. Oh, Jesus. Y'all going to love this line. I swear to God, when I read this article, y'all going to love this line. Quote, we're the only brown people. Fernando Bustos Gorospe, a 38-year-old writer and university professor, told the LA Times, we're the only people speaking Spanish except the waiters. Say it again. We're the only brown people. We're the only brown people. So that just confirmed to me that they think Afro-Mexicans are black. Afro-Mexicans, I need y'all to get on code. This is your time to shine. This is your time to collectively get your power together, get your politicians in order that are for you. And while they're having La Raza y El Blanco war, y'all need to go up there and try to take some of these resources. Hey, oh, by the way, bootlicks. That sentence I just read, we're the only brown people. This is how you felt, right? Sponsored by the B1 Night Rider. Guys, you don't understand how tickled to death I am of this article. I am so tickled to death. I might have to read this again later. Bustos later posted a video on TikTok saying that the influx of Americans, quote, stinks of modern colonialism, and nearly 2,000 people responded in agreement. Quote, Mexico is classist and racist, Bustos added. People with white skin are given preference. Hell of a culture shock, sir. Say it again. Mexico is classist and racist, Busto added. People with white skin are given preference. Well, well, well. Hey, little girl. Come on, give me the line one time.
Check.
Very good. All right, go. Bye-bye. Yes, sir. They are racist. Folk. Folk. I have to laugh. This man just said Mexico was classist and racist. People with white skin get preference. He said this. This man just said this. I am looking for his picture right now. I am looking for his picture right now. 10-1, he is a brown man. I am looking for it. Let's see. I might have found it. He thinks he's slick. He put a faraway photo. He is slick. Let me see. He did it again. Oh, don't you hide, sir. Don't you hide. I need to see your face. Mexico City to expats. So he wrote this. No, somebody else wrote this. So somebody wrote this before. Somebody wrote this. Another person wrote about this. Ooh. Do you have a picture? Oh, you scumbag. You really try to hide your face, sir. Oh, wait. Maybe this is it. I found an Instagram. This might be him. He writes opinions for the Washington Post. Uh-oh, I might have found him. I might have found him. Damn it. How do you save pictures? All right, I'll just do it like this. I might have found him, folks. Who wants to see a picture of Fernando? This might be him. That's why I said maybe. So let's take that with a grain of salt. Maybe. Let's see. While this is loading. Kid Gravity in his boxers. He almost fell out of shit. I almost fell out. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I almost fell out. This is hilarious. Ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. You damn right. Okay, who's ready to see this? Now, I'm not sure if this is him, but this might be him. I don't know if he could pass for brown. I'm just saying. I don't know. He looked like he was the runner-up for the New York Undercover auditions for Eddie Torres. I'm just saying. Just saying. They say he was too cool. But let's continue. Boost, I read that part. Now, if a local wants to go to a restaurant or a club, they don't just have to compete with rich white Americans, but with foreigners too. Okay. The article also pointed to a social media post online where a young American said, "Do yourself a favor and remote work in Mexico City is truly magical." The tweet received many negative responses. Quote, "Please don't." One of the replies said, "The city has become more and more expensive every day in part because of people like you. And you don't even realize or care about it." La Raza. Sarah Gonzalez and them. La Raza. We got to talk. I have to talk to La Raza. La Raza. Explain to me how you let this man say this. La Raza. Now, I know you're talking to the white man. Jason Black's always told us, if you want to know the answer to a question, put somebody in front of a white person and let them ask the question. He usually saves that for black folks, but here I'm using it for La Raza. La Raza, how do you let Ricky Ricardo say this? How do you let Babalu say this? He is embarrassing you, but he's telling the truth. Well, it wasn't him that said it, but one of La Raza said it. You don't even realize I care about it. La Raza, y'all do the same thing with black folks. Y'all don't even realize I care about it. Interesting. 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 RG Titan 901. Yep, when they were talking greasy about us, it's coming back to bite them. Yes, there's no more El Moreno y what is it? El Negro y Moreno. No. That's dead. We're not coming down there. We just gonna sit up there and laugh. Y'all created this. La Raza, I'm going to talk to y'all again. Y'all created this. Y'all ran around instead of y'all worked yourselves to get where you needed. Smart move. I give y'all credit on that. What y'all did is y'all went in bed with white supremacy when you knew how white supremacy was. White supremacy did your country dirty. And y'all still came up here and went to bed with white supremacy. California, La Raza is way off code when it comes to that. And once they did their damage up there, they said, okay, let's go to the homeland and do damage there. If y'all are not careful, they're gonna turn that into how it looks with Africa. Aboriginal woman said it best. The jail they planned for us is the one they're rotting in. Y'all, La Raza, let me talk to y'all again. La Raza, y'all got to sit up there with the white supremacists and take the metal cup and bang it around the bars on ourselves. Except you got to the end of the road and there was an open cell and they shoulder blocked you right into it and shut the door. Now look what happened. They're going to Mexico now, sir and ma'am. Abuela is under attack right now. And there's nothing you can do about it because you allowed it. Y'all wanted to play part-time supremacists. Y'all wanted to run around black and brown, and it's just us, and everybody's we're all one. Black folks, yeah, let's get together. We're gonna march with you guys. But as soon as some tangible showed up, y'all cut our nuts off and gave it to the white man. But the white man had a plan for you. He lulled y'all into a false sense of security, and now he's taking your resources. Avocados are going to be $13 a copy down there. Kira Clark said, wait until white supremacy takes over their schools and their children. They don't have enough numbers yet. They don't have enough numbers. Aboriginal woman said it best. I don't feel about it except joy. This is funny. This article is classic. You know what? Here, folks, you can go put this on y'all's Twitter. Show the people. This is hilarious. This is what y'all get. He's selling hamburguesas and he looks upset. The lady in the back is crying. While the Los Angeles Times report insisted that the vast majority of Mexico City locals are unwaveringly kind to visitors, there remains a friction beneath the surface of what gentrification means to the area. Quote, there's a distinction between people who want to learn about the place they are in and those who just like it because it's cheap, says 31-year-old Hugo Vandermeer, a man who grew up in Florida and this might be a white guy who grew up in Florida and Namibia and who has been working remotely in Mexico City. I met a number of people who don't really care that they're in Mexico. They just care that it's cheap. The State Department reports that there are 1.6 million Americans living in Mexico, many of them coming during the coronavirus pandemic when Mexico's east restrictions sooner than many places in the United States, but it remains unknown how many of those Americans are in Mexico City. The Los Angeles Times says that in the first 4 months of this year, 1.2 million foreign visitors arrived at Mexico City's airport. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hell of an article. You guys came downstairs after being upstairs, and you saw downstairs was popping. Now you're going to have to deal with the upstairs people coming downstairs. Welcome to life after gentrification, folks. Just wait until white supremacy starts that diet crap down there. Because I know Mexicans love their puerco. I know this. That's one of the cheap meats down there. Especially with them tacos, carnitas. Wait till white people say, you know what? They start pulling that, oh, pork adds to the carbon emissions and all that. They try to outlaw that. Let's see what y'all gonna do then. Don't come crying to us. Don't y'all got ain't y'all got a caucus in the US? How many leaders over there started talking about this? Now this article came out, one of the articles came out yesterday. I think the Times picked it up. The Post picked it up today. How many of them are advocating for this? How many of them talking about I gotta go to Biden and talk about this? Fake lab meat coming? Not yet. Mexico's still one of the places they live off the land a lot. I mean, again, this is just Mexico City. We know damn well they're not going to a place where they can't control. See, it's easy to go to Mexico City. Yeah, they probably still do the kidnapping thing down there, but they know it's still a major city. They got resources. They can handle that. They know damn well they're not going to the Yucatan. They know damn well they're not going down further south. We already know this. They may never be found again. So let that be Mexico's problem. I mean, it's not much of a difference because if an earthquake hit, I mean, this is just it just gets hit. But let's continue, folks. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. We need a palate cleanser, folks. We need a palate cleanser. Here you go. Palate cleanser. Sponsored by Badass Vegan on Twitter and the B1 Night Rider, which is me. It's time, folks. It's time for that Twitter session that I do where we look at positive videos and have some fun. So I have some that I found. And we're going to have fun. And we're going to have fun critiquing. And we're going to have fun laughing. So we're going to begin. Da, 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 da. You know what? We shall blow this up. There you go. So we have a video. Park in New York. We've got a lady with a ball and a man guarding him. Kind of looks like Usain Bolt. But let's see what happened. Wow. So you're just going to cut my shit off like that. Okay, say less. No sound because it has shook ones in the back. He's a little too damn happy. He looked like Usain Bolt and Bobby Shmurda did the fusion dance. All right, let's see what she got. Okay, she went between the legs. Okay. Oh, shit. Let's slow down. Ooh. With the finger roll. Well, that was fun. So apparently they said that was fake. A lot of people were running around saying that was fake. I don't think that was fake. You can't fake getting crossed like that. But anyway, let's continue. I need all my gym people to explain this. This person has weights on their shoulder, and they're going to deadlift at the same time. So they're going to do squats with the weight and deadlift. And the question is why? Yeah. Okay. Explain that to me, folks. First off, from a gym people out there, you know us. Number one, the contraption that he's trying to do is the dumbest thing possible. Number two, if you're going to deadlift something, you have to have one arm in, one hand in, one hand out. Number three, he's lifting with his back. He is going to hurt himself. Number four, why are you in a gym? Why are you in a gym with no shoes on? Where is your grip? What is wrong with people? Sir or ma'am or person, first off, you're not even at balance. You deserved to have your ass kicked by gravity. Which it was. That is Lori Lightfoot when she wants to get toned. But we shall continue. Who the hell is eating chocolate-infused eggs? Who is eating this? Which one of you Negroes would be paid money to eat this chocolate-infused eggs? Chocolate-infused, Oreo-infused scrambled eggs. Who is eating this? Who is eating this? And what white person thought this was awesome? I don't understand. I don't understand. And I am a chef, and I don't understand. Now we have the video with Kamala's cousin auctioning off a Nigerian. I did a video on that. Black Alpha Network, the coons of the scampocalypse. That's easy. I don't know what was going on her, but he looks upset. Shout out to Charlie Earl. I can't show that. Oh, yes. This video I need to talk about before I get out of here. We have to talk about this.
Hi.
Now, for those who know,
This is gonna be
my platform, ladies and gentlemen, my platform, everybody gets it. I do not discriminate. with my roasts. Well, this woman decided to talk about slavery. AAPI. Talking about slavery. They're bold, are they not? Let's hear what she said about slavery.
Shocking for many of you to hear, but did you know that Black people are not the only race to have historically experienced slavery? I know this is shocking, but pretty much every civilization in the history of mankind, at some point, their ancestry owned slaves. Because slavery was a worldwide human rights issue for a very, very long time, for many centuries. So it doesn't matter if you're white, Black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. Very likely at some point your ancestry down the line owned slaves. Doesn't make it right, but that was just the way of the world for a very, very long time. So all these comments like, you're not Black, you can't speak about slavery. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. Slavery was a human rights issue across the world, across all races and all civilizations for a long time. And the United States was one of the first countries to abolish it very quickly and efficiently. So all the comments about being a non-Black person, you can't speak about slavery, every single civilization has experienced slavery at some point.
First word that comes to mind is cringe. The second word that comes to mind is stupid. The third word that comes to mind is actually an acronym called STFU. Ma'am, let's talk about slavery. Because right now you sound like an AAPI version of Brandon Tatum, you know, friend of the platform, who once said that slavery was a blink of an eye. It ended that quickly. 400 years ended that quickly. Yeah, well, technically 200, but you know. Ma'am, you want to talk about slavery and how what did she say? I guess we'll just paraphrase it. Every ancestry and every ethnicity and every sector of human society had slaves. This just proves that you paid attention in world history class. Ma'am, it's time for you to get a lesson. Yes, everybody's owned slaves. Nobody's disputing that. Here's the problem with your statement, though. Number one, for you to get on film and dog whistle to Black people that everybody owns slaves, so you could try to diminish what Black people are owed, and I'm talking about all Black people, but specifically FBA's here, my people, in regards to Europe and Asia and the Africans who enslaved each other. Ma'am, if you're not going to talk about what's happening with the Muslims in China, I don't want to hear from you. Okay? If you're not going to talk about how the Middle Eastern people are enslaving Black folks, which are basically next door to you, I don't want to hear you talk about slavery. Okay, if you don't want to bring up the prison system that is basically modern day slavery, I don't want to hear from you. All right. AAPI right now have slaves, but I bet y'all won't bring that up. Y'all love trying to be the moral high ground with white supremacy, and y'all keep getting smacked in the face. You Asian crime report who every day tries to make Black people look stupid, yet they never want to report on their own. Hey, ma'am, let's play the game. Guess what? There was an Asian woman who was trafficking young girls and young boys. That was another story, but yeah, your people were trafficking people, but I see you didn't mention that now, did you? You tried to put everybody else in a broad stroke, but then when it came to Black people, you specifically said Black. I don't hear you talking about that. Hey, ma'am, There's still an Asian slave trade going on the West Coast, but y'all don't want to talk about that now, do you? Because you're getting money off of it. Not saying you specifically, but AAPI makes money off of that. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Now, do you? You want to dog whistle to black people and kiss ass to the quote unquote TV and YouTube conservatives so they can bring you on their platforms. Maybe you'll go on Tim Pool's show and you can get to say all this in front of 28,000 people and maybe get some subs to your whatever channel or Twitter you want to say this to. Ma'am, I'm going to put this out here. I dare you to come over here and tell us about slavery. I would love to. I will give you 10 minutes uninterrupted. You can bring all the data you want. You can bring all the people you want. You can bring all the goddamn AAPI you want. Bring it. I will give you 10 minutes uninterrupted. You can lay out your platform. And then we'll have healthy discourse. Because I guarantee you by the time you finish, you will never bring up slavery ever again. Because let's talk about slavery, folks. Guess what? The Chinese enslaved the Japanese, man. But y'all don't want to talk about that. And guess what the Chinese ended up having to do for the Japanese? That's right. They gave them reparations. Shocker. Guess what, ma'am? The Chinese have Uyghur Muslims in camps right now in the western part of the country. Guess what happens when they get freed? That's right. China's going to have to be forced to pay them reparations. Wow. Guess what, ma'am? Black people were enslaved in this country. They haven't been paid yet. So for you to talk about slavery, you're being disingenuous here. Because you know that it's not a complete science. You know that. When it comes to black people, everybody does not, I repeat, everybody does not want to acknowledge it. Because the whole world would have to admit that they were a part of it, including your people. But you don't want to talk about that. Ma'am, let's continue. We'll get off slavery for a minute. Ma'am, would you like to talk about how your cousins in China and other places in the Far East and in America like to make fun of black people? We have seen the videos. African family shows up in China. Everybody wants to pet them and think they're monkeys. China does blackface. Y'all didn't call it out. I saw the comments. Y'all were laughing. But that's okay. Would you like to know the Japanese word for black folks that they don't like? Negro. That's right. You've learned something new today. Negro. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Now, do you? Would you like to talk about all the black people in Indonesia that they ethnically killed? Would you like to go there? I don't think you do. The video that we've all seen of the young brothers talking in the Vietnam War, in that legendary video, when they were talking about how Vietnamese people were calling them the N-word, would you like to talk about that? No, you don't. Because why? Your cultures have this little thing called have respect. And you don't dishonor not only the name of your family, but the race. So y'all never want to bring up your stuff. Your bad apples. Never. Discerning Truth said it best. And so did Aboriginal woman. Yes. Body parts. You guys. Okay. because you get to go on TikTok and get hundreds of thousands of views talking about slavery. Because you know that people will listen to that. And rightly so. You put it up there and you got destroyed. Rightly so. So that's okay. That's okay. You have fun with that. I'm sure Stacey Abrams emboldening your cousins down here in Georgia gave you autonomy to say this, and getting Biden into office gave you autonomy saying on this. Aboriginal woman, we can talk about the deities of Japan, the cats, the real rulers of Japan, the cats. That's a joke, Japanese people. Don't come up in my comment section getting mad at me. It's called a joke. Yes. Let's talk about the dog festival that shows up every year and gets boycotted from every part of the world. So much so that they finally ended it this year. But yeah. Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about the slave labor you guys did in San Francisco. Don't want to talk about that, right? Okay, say less. Don't want to talk about the Asian woman that killed her white husband. Don't want to talk about that. Interesting. Don't want to talk about how Asians and black people have this hatred with each other, even though we've contributed so much to your economy that you still won't give us credit. Martial arts movies. But anyway, you know, hey, it is what it is. I can't wait for the day when black people are on top and everybody's subjugated under us and it gets balanced. We'll say life is balanced again. Can't wait for that day. People will be upset. People will get act right. And people will understand that if you just did this decades and centuries ago, you wouldn't have had this problem. But y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm hungry. This was a fun show. I love the engagement from everyone. Thank you so much. I am the B1 Night Rider. Like I said, thank you soon. Coming soon, Discerning Truth. Yes. Yes. I'd like to thank all of you. Beatzilla in the building. Before I go, Beatzilla, I shouted you out earlier, but I will repeat again. Thank you for inspiring a brother to push myself. Thank you so much. You made me step my my video clip game up. I had to do it for you. Aboriginal woman said, and don't be trying to be our friends, then either talking about you had mental issues. I don't want to hear it, because when black people have mental issues, y'all throw us in jail. When other groups have mental issues, they get to go to the puzzle factory. Hey, Beatzilla, since you're in the room, I had to step it up. You know the old clips. We got new clips. I stole this one from you yesterday.
You might be able to do something for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that one. And then this is what I call the palate cleanser. Yes, sir. And you know I had to bring the little baby into it. This. And I created a new one. This is going to be for everywhere up until the midterms. When we refer to Biden, we say this.
existence.
That's right. We are on a collision course with Biden and the bootlicks in the Goliath truck, and we are Kit B1. We are on a collision course. And it's all going to come to a head in November. Folks, whatever state you're in, make sure you know who is up for re-election and who is trying to take that seat. Do your research. If you do not like what they're offering, I'm all for you sitting out. But I want to make sure that you guys are doing your research before you decide to sit out. Don't just be sitting out because they're white supremacists or they some bootleg. Don't do that. I'd rather y'all tell me I ain't vote because I ain't like the two assholes because they said this, and this. That's what I want to hear. I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure Stacey don't get in. Herschel and Warnock were fucked anyway, so at this point, I'd rather take Herschel. Because I don't trust Warnock because he's going to kiss ass to the gays in the AAPI. RG Titan, there's nobody else. There's nobody else. Tamara had her shot. I'm just going to say this. This ain't no shot at her. But she didn't play this right. She should have been imitating Marcel. She should have been in the spaces. She should have been doing more interviews. Get in front. She should have been in front of us. She didn't do it. If she'd have been in front of us, she might have had a better chance. It could have been a three-way dance. She could have been an independent and been a three-way dance. But, you know, such is life. We can't dwell on it now. We got two choices. Look at their platforms. I think maybe next month I'll start doing breakdowns of each person's platform. And what I want y'all to do in the comment thread of this video, tell me what state you're in and tell me what seats are up, and I'm going to start studying that stuff so we make sure that y'all prepared. Because I'm not just worried about the federal. I'm also worried about the city and the local, and the city and the state. That's where the power is. Everybody wants to worry about federal because everything can get done faster, but the city and the local can impact you for the future. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna work on for August. I don't give a flying fig about hip hop month. I don't care about that. So I might not even do anything regarding hip hop next month. It might just be focused on the elections up until the midterms. But yeah, let me get out of here and go make some tacos. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today. And thank you to everybody who subscribed, got me over 1,000. This is just as much my accomplishment as is your accomplishment, because y'all could have came in, subscribed, heard me talk, say you ain't shit, and unsubscribed. So now I need y'all to do me one favor. I just asked for one favor. We got to get the homie Beatzilla over 1,000. He's at 828. Please, please, please get the homie over there. Tweet his shit out. Tweet his links out. We need that man to get over 1,000. It's time. That brother put in way too much work for him not to be over 1,000 and be able to monetize. It's not fair. So, yeah. Make sure you do that. Let's see if we can get him August. That's the wave. He needs to be monetized by the end of August. So, yeah. Yes, tacos. I will be eating tacos and reading that article again. That article is hilarious. But anyway, folks, thank you again. Take care. Stay safe out there. And again, Joe Biden is
insult to my existence.